Well, it is Cyber Monday, and there are some great deals to be had, but there are also some scams out there. Here with a few tips on to keep your bank account safe is Janet Jenkins from Consumer Protection. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Happy to be here.
All right, we go through this every year, and it's worth repeating. Know who you're dealing with. So just because the site looks legitimate doesn't necessarily mean that it is.
That's true, particularly if it comes as a pop-up or as an email, saying that some merchant has a huge sale. With today's technology, people can make websites look identical to real websites. So the safest thing to do is use your browser, type in the name of the merchant, and use that website rather than one that pops up or gets sent to you through an email.
Okay, know exactly what you're buying.
Precisely. Particularly if you're buying something, say, off of Craigslist from someone, or even in stores. Make sure you determine whether it's used. For example, on Amazon, you'll see.
Because they have new and they have used.
Exactly. And so if you're tempted to buy the used, check it out. It is cheaper, but used can mean a lot of different things, including not very functional at all. So you really need to check that out.
Okay, this next one, no cost. Wouldn't you already know the cost if you're getting it?
You would, but the thing is to comparison shop.
Okay.
Look at, again, use your browser to type in the item you want, and there are lots of sites where you can comparison shop to make sure that
they'll find you the better deal.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. This one is huge about pay with your credit card.
Yes. When you're cyber shopping, always pay with a credit card. And the reason
never like a bank account or like a debit card.
Precisely. And the reason for that is that with credit cards, there's protection for consumers. Usually if there's a fraudulent charge, it's limited to a maximum of $50 that you'll be out, and many credit cards, there's no liability whatsoever. But if you use your bank account or your debit card, there are no protections like that. And so someone who gets your debit card number or your bank account number can go in and clean out your account.
Okay, and then also check out the terms of the deal. There's a lot of, even in stores, you'll say, like, no refunds or no returns, final sales. Some people don't pay attention to that.
That's exactly right. You always should know the merchant's refund and return policy. There's no law in Wisconsin that requires any policy.
Really?
That's correct. And so merchants don't have to accept returns, and if they do, they can accept them on whatever terms they choose. So before you purchase something, particularly if you think it might be something, if it's size-wise or something that somebody may not like, check out the return policy of the store. If you can get a copy of it, that's great. Many times you can't, but at least ask what the return policy is.
And the last thing, print and save records. When I buy things online, I don't print out my receipt. I just write down the order number and the tracking number. Should I really be printing or saving these receipts?
You really should.
Okay.
Because if you want to return something or you want to track it, for example, if it's being shipped and you want to know where it is, it's getting close to Christmas, save them. If you don't want to print them out and use up trees, just save them. Usually you'll get an email from the merchant saying that you purchased this. Just plop them in your saved email until the season's over and you know that you won't need them anymore, and then you certainly can delete them.
Okay. All right. So happy shopping and be safe, right?
That's correct.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.